Hello guys, today I'm going to present you to my research, and the topic of my research is the challenges and conveniences encountered by international students in learning English process. Okay, let's move on. Sorry. The content, the purpose of this research, the significant research questions, participants, research methods that I used and instruments, literature review that I cited some previous research, and research stages, results and findings, and for the sum up conclusion. Let's move on. The purpose of this research is a study to demonstrate the main advantages and disadvantages of being an international student during process of English learning, and especially in university educational life. Okay, let's move on. The significance is the study is the indicating the effect of being international students in learning English process. Therefore, this paper investigates the main pros and cons of being an international student. Research questions. There are three main research questions in my research. The first one: what are the difficulties that international students face in their educational lives in their universities? And is there any obvious advantages or disadvantages of being an international student of learning English in learning English? And the third research question is how the university administration overcome those students' problems, or should they do something more for them, for international students? Okay, participants. Overall, 29 students participated to this research, and obviously all of them are international students. And it was hard to find, after a point, it was hard to find 29 participants for this questionnaire, but I could. So, research methods and the instruments. The research design is non-experimental because it fits in my research topic. And the data collection method, both. I use both qualitative and quantitative data, but I want to emphasize that I mostly gives important to qualitative data collection method because I thought it would be more reliable for my research topic. And the data collection tool is questionnaire via Google Forms. And as you might know, due to current pandemic events, all educational staff conducting distance learning. That's why all the research was conducted in online platforms like Telegrams, WhatsApp, Skype, WebEx, and Google Forms, etc. Let's move on. Literature review. As you can see on the screen, there are some authors that I cited in my research, and I'd like to give emphasize the David Crystal, as you might know, he is as known the king of the English literature, and I really find his um, books, his sources, very beneficial for my research. So, research stages. The first stage of this research, searching for the previous studies. Yeah, I needed to scan and skim the previous studies because if I don't know my past, then I cannot build my future of my study and make the research question more precise. Okay, why did I choose this topic? Because it's obvious, I'm an international student, but it wasn't enough, and I needed to precise my research topic into a question. And the third stage, identifying the main focus of the research, preparing the questionnaire. It was the easiest part because the questions were so always, and searching for the participants and reaching them. As I mentioned before, it was because of the coronavirus and distance learning online thing. It was uh, a bit hard. Starting the data collection, analyzing them, getting feedback from authorities. And by the way, authorities, I mean the lecturer and this senior 40-year student, my friends that I know, and summarizing all the data that I obtained from my questionnaire. Results and findings. There are three main results. According to data obtained, the main challenges faced by international students are the biases of local people and the lack of communication caused of the poor English of local teachers and students. And the most mentioned advantages are their peers sympathize them, and English is the first language to having a conversation, and naturally they meet new cultures. And it was found the most expectations from university administrations are about the social activities and more understanding against international students. So let's sum up the main advantages: more English speaking practice, the sympathy of the peers, opportunity to broaden the perspective, the students, and the disadvantages, the miscommunication with local people, biases of local people, and even sometimes racism, and the cultural shock. Conclusion: the main purpose has achieved. Limitations because of the corona pandemic virus. Conducting these research was online and there were lack of communication at some points. It will be different if there weren't any distance learning stuff. Recommendations: the further researchers are needed to realize the relationship between local people's attitudes and including staff and classmates in the university, and international students' mental health. There are bond between them, and if there is no racism, there is no biases, and the educational level of the local people, the ratio of the knowing English is high, and then the mental health of students, international students, increasing. So that's all for today, guys. Thank you for watching my video. That's all. See you later.